You don't have to be a star baby. You don't have to be a star baby on this show. You don't have to be a star baby, but you gotta be bold. Shake my pom poms, shake my pom poms, shake my pom poms. And of course, it's Friday evening, 10 p.m. And of course, you got Kimberly Brown inside the Little Hut podcast. And yes, I'm shaking my pom poms because I had one heck of a week. And of course, tonight I was over hanging out with Frederica Mays Gates and Angel Washington over on 75th and Cedar for conversations and karaoke. And I mean, everybody was in the house tonight, and I really enjoyed myself. So, ladies, thank you for inviting me tonight because I had a great time. But at any rate, welcome inside the Little Hut podcast with Brown, 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 that darn Brown on Cleveland. Yeah! Absolutely. So before we get started tonight, I got a great show. Of course, I'm solo, but I got to say hello to my favorite girls. So, if you're looking for single property, commercial property, whatever your real estate needs may be sure to contact Aletha Johnson of Dream Team Realty. Her number is 216-375-3681. And if you're looking for t shirts, hoodies, jackets, tumblers, cups, mugs, team uniforms, whatever the case may be, reach out and touch Angie Marie of New Beginnings 1111 Creations at 216-395-7335. And tonight we have a new sponsor. This sponsor is sponsoring Friday Night Podcast. And of course, this is paid for by Matt Burt for Mayor of Garfield Heights. Mayor Matt Burt of Garfield Heights invites everyone to a special meeting on April 9th at 6:30 p.m. at the Garfield Heights Civic Center for re-imaging Turney Road. Darn right. Residents, businesses, and community leaders will showcase ideas for the future of this important community corridor. Visit mayormattburke.com for more details and information on happenings in the community. And by the way, Garfield Heights is in the best financial position than they ever been in many years, and you can find lots of information on what Mayor Burke has been up to in the community at mayormattburke.com. Again, don't forget, April 9th, I want to see you at the Civic Center for reimaging of Turney Road. Brown, 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 that darn brown on Cleveland. Yeah, it's always great to have new sponsors come on the Little Hut podcast. Why? Because everybody in the country listens to Brown on Cleveland. So, listen, tonight I am not going to be with you long, not at all, because I have one heck of a Saturday planned, and oh, they got me out here working in the rain. I'll be downtown Cleveland from all afternoon. They got that protest going on, and yours truly will be downtown hanging out in the rain. Rain, rain, go away. Come back another day because you're getting on my nerves and you're going to mess up my hair. And I don't need that happening. But listen, let's be serious tonight. We know that this is election 2025. And we also know that we have people who are trying to get on the ballot. We know that. And we know that we will be confronted by many people who are running for council and for mayor and for judge. We know this. And we know that in order for them to get on the ballot, they are going to need so many signatures, good signatures, good signatures by registered voters, not non voters, registered voters that can be verified by the Board of Elections. Now, I was at a meeting tonight and they had people talking about, civic engagement. And there was a little issue, wasn't an issue, a little conversation that came up. And a lady stated that a young man had come to her and he was asking her to sign his petition. Well, she told him that she needed to do her research. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. But here's what I'll say: just because you sign someone's petition, that does not mean that you have to vote for that individual. It just simply means that you have another voice that you will be able to listen to. This person will be able to talk to you about their vision and the platform for the community. Sometimes when we go to sessions like this, everybody, you know, want to say research, research, research. But if someone is trying to get on the ballot, let them get on the ballot and then do your research and your assessment. Then you can do a cross comparison analysis. If you don't allow other people to get on the ballot, you don't know whether or not this person would be best for the community or worse for the community. All I know is right now, some of the people we have in seats are not good for our community. So, Kimberly Brown, this is just me. I am open to see other people get on the ballot. Just because I sign your petition, that does not mean that you have my vote, because at that point, you have to earn my vote. At that point, I'm going to follow you. I'm going to watch you. And I'm going to start asking questions of you. I want to hear you, but I can't hear you if I don't allow you to get on the ballot. So this is just me. Word to the wise. Let's not be so quick to turn down someone who wants to get on the ballot. If we want a choice and if we want to be able to compare what's in front of us, allow the person to get on the ballot. Don't cheat yourself, because what we got here, especially in the city of Cleveland, half of them jokers sitting on council should not be on council in 2026. Brown on Cleveland. Yes, I said it, and I'm not taking it back. Brown, brown, brown. That damn Brown on Cleveland inside the Little Hut podcast. That's number one. Number two is this. If you drive throughout the city of Cleveland, not just Cleveland, you can go to some neighboring suburbs that are not doing too well. Our cities look like a trash dumpster. A trash dumpster. So again, when you're out and people who are newcomers are asking you for a simple signature, all you got to do is drive down your street or Main Street? Ask yourself, do you like what you see? If you like what you see, listen, don't sign it. Don't. That means you're happy with the trash. You're happy with the crime. You're happy with all the lying, and you're happy with the corruption. Don't sign it, because you're going to cheat yourself. But if you know for a fact that you deserve better, and that your city deserves better, that your kids deserve better, go on and help that man or that woman get on the ballot. Don't be too smart, and then you outsmart yourself. All right? That's all I'm going to say about that. That's number 2. But, hey, number 3, we got to talk about, I'm not shaking my pom-poms. We got to talk about this joker over in Cleveland Heights. He is the main character tonight. I know quite a few council people over in Cleveland Heights. And I really try really hard not to get into the business of Cleveland Heights. Because last year when I talked about Cleveland Heights, I went through their little raggedy city. Because half of the city is a trash barrel. The other half is where the haves live, and it's real, real nice. So it's easy to see the separation, the segregation, and the discrimination in Cleveland Heights. Very easy. Yes, I said it, sure did. But tonight issue, well, I tell you, some of these mayors, I don't know, man. Some of these mayors, they just off the chain. Let's talk about Mayor, I think his name is Cahill. What's his last name? Serene? I don't know his last name. But anyway, that joker right there. Cleveland Heights mayor. He's been all over the news for the last several days. I have received many text messages from several council people, and they're not happy with this joker. This type of mayor, and this is a fact, this is not coming from Kimberly Brown, you can check the records. This mayor here, for some reason, he can't keep a quality staff. They tell me that he's been through not 1, not 2, but 3 city administrators. They don't want to work with him. They all quit on him. He's been through several HR directors. They don't want to work with him. They don't want to work for him. They don't want to be bothered with him. He's been through several finance directors. They don't want to work with him. They don't like him. They don't want to be bothered with him. They tell me that some of the staff in the city of Cleveland Heights, they are fearful, they are intimidated by this guy. And if you ever seen this guy, the mayor, he's not a big guy, average sized guy, but he may have a complex. But that's not the issue tonight. I just wanted to give you a little something, right? I want to give you something. He was elected, I believe, in, what was it? I don't know, 2021 or 2022. He's up for re-election, and he has some very steady competition. They're trying to get rid of him. And sidebar, here's what I do know about some mayors. People think that it's hard to get rid of a mayor. Not true, not true, not true. Listen, I don't know if you guys pay attention to Dalton, Illinois. Last year, we brought Kiana Belcher, one of the trustees from Dalton, to our women's conference. And Kiana told us that they were trying to get rid of their mayor, Tiffany Henyard. Well, lo and behold, this city was so determined to get rid of this narcissistic, arrogant, belligerent woman that they were successful. The community came together. This is just a sidebar. The trustees came together and they came up with a slogan called Clean House 2025. They were determined to get rid of every single rotten apple, and especially that darn mayor they had. Well, on April Fool's Day, Election Day, Clean House 2025 sent the mayor a message. The person who ran against the mayor, he got 95% of the votes. And the incumbent got less than 5%. So when the community comes together, you can make a difference. So you can get rid of an incumbent. So don't think you can't, because you can. The heck with political parties. Do what's right for the community. But back to the issue at hand about this man. The reason why he's been in the news so much is because recently the former mayor of Akron, Ohio, Dan Horrigan, had become the new city administrator for the city of Cleveland Heights. Well, Dan, Mr. Horrigan, had problems as he was trying to get the directors of every department together and the staff to make sure that Cleveland Heights would be able to work for the citizens and to make sure that every department in the city runs as smooth and effective and efficient as it possibly could. Dan, Mr. Horrigan, found out he couldn't do it. You say, why, Brown? Why couldn't he do it? Well, unbeknownst to Dan, there was a woman walking through Cleveland Heights City Hall acting like she was the mayor. They say this woman, and it's not me, this is what they're telling me, all allegations. So don't be trying to sue me. Plus, you ain't gonna get nothing anyway. But they say that she would walk around City Hall, Cleveland Heights, and people would like run up under the desk. They would be so afraid of her. I guess she was a tyrant, man. I don't know. I started asking questions like, well, who is this lady who's making people so crazy? They they told me that that's wifey. I said, what? I said, who? They said, that's the mayor's wife. I said, the mayor's wife? I said, what, the mayor's wife worked for the city of Cleveland Heights? They said, no, Brown on Cleveland. They said, she just come into Cleveland Heights and she just try to run stuff. I said, but is she on the payroll? I mean, does she work in the cafeteria? Is she a janitor? Does she clean the toilets? I mean, what is her position? She's the wifey. So fast forward, then I get this email and they were telling me how Dan Horrigan, how he tried to talk to the mayor, this joker right here, about the conditions of what the staff and him and what he was going through because of this woman. He said that the mayor pretty much ignored it, just brushed it off, act as though it wasn't that serious. So Dan Horrigan, he quit. I don't blame him. So the question is, who's running the city of Cleveland Heights? But I'm going to make it simple. Who's wearing the skirt and who's wearing the pants? Who's wearing the raincoat Who's wearing the overalls? The overhaul. I don't know. The overalls. I said overhauls. Well, that too. But I don't get it. How is it that if you're the mayor of the city, how is it that you would allow wifey to come into City Hall every single day, allegedly intimidating staff? I mean, your wife, what? She don't work? You need to find something for her to do. She has no business in City Hall telling people what to do. They even tell me this. They said when she, and this is what they tell me. These are allegations, y'all, but this is what they say. They say when this lady is at Cleveland Heights City Hall, they say she don't even speak to people. No, they say she just like real raw. I don't know one way or the other. I just know the news media has been all over this. There was a recent story on WKYC TV3. They were at a meeting with the mayor and some council people. And the council people are, you know, saying that this is not right and they want something done about it. And the mayor, for some reason, he still don't see the problem. So I'm still asking, who's wearing the skirt and who's wearing the pants? Or the question should be, who is really running the city of Cleveland Heights? Does the mayor's wife hold more power than he realizes? I mean, the rumors are swirling about her influence behind the scenes. Friends and critics alike, they are whispering about her role in shaping policies and decisions. But is it just speculation or is there a deeper truth? I mean, we're looking into this situation. We are. How much does a spouse's opinion impact a leader's decision? Is it collaborative support or a subtle hand guiding the mayor's choice? Citizens of Cleveland Heights should be concerned. You guys elected him, not her. Just when I thought that the city of East Cleveland was one of the most foolish, if not the most ridiculous city in Cuyahoga County. Just when I thought they were number one. Come to find out, East Cleveland, you're not. It's actually the city of Cleveland Heights. Talk about political foolery all day long. Is the wifey the mayor or is 𝗧𝗓𝗓 the mayor of Cleveland Heights? And that is the question that constituents of that city ought to be asking. So, you know that Kimberly Brown on Cleveland, Little Hut Podcast, we are going to cities and we are going to their city council meetings. And the first one that we will visit and grade will be the city of Cleveland Heights. Because I'm interested to know who's going to sit in the mayor's seat. Will it be he or will it be she? Or let me say this, let me ask this. Will wifey allow him to sit in her mayoral seat? I don't know. I'm just asking. My time is up tonight. Ooh, time went fast. Brown, that darn brown on Cleveland. So listen, Don't forget, we have new sponsors here Friday night. Friday nights now belong to Mayor Matt Burt of Garfield Heights. Brown, 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 that darn brown of Cleveland. It's time for me to get myself out of here. I got to shake my pom poms, shake my pom poms, shake my pom poms. Listen, I hope you guys had a fantabulous week because I know I did. It was very much rewarding, and I'm going to have a super fantastic weekend because folks got me booked, and I am so darn busy. So listen, y'all, my time is up. All jokes aside. Listen, always great talking to you. Thank you for coming aside the Little Hud podcast and being dedicated supporters, listeners, whatever the case may be, being friends of mine, because I may or may not be a friend of yours. But listen, as I say each and every podcast, I know you don't like me. And I'm okay with that because, again, 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10, listen, I don't like you either, but that's what we have in common. Kid you not. But listen, y'all know me. If you need me, call me. I'll be there for you. Don't talk about me because your girl, I'll talk about you back. And I may go on attack. Well, not really. But always remember, you don't have to be a star. Guess who's coming to the Little Hut podcast? That damn Richard Starr of the city of Cleveland, council person. He gonna tell me tonight he's from 55th. I said, man, sit down somewhere. I'm from the city of New York, New York. You better sit yourself down. You ain't ready for this podcast. But Richard's coming, and y'all know if he stand me up, y'all know how I get down. Y'all already know. He better not come playing with me. But at any rate, listen, y'all, I gotta go. Brown, brown, brown. Brown, brown, brown. You don't have to be a star, baby. You don't have to be a star. You don't have to be a star, but you better be bold. Brown, brown, brown. That darn brown on feeling. Have a good night. See you guys tomorrow downtown